Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a quick look at one of our clutches that has been a little bit confusing for us here at Canadian Balls. We're going to check everything out and see what you guys think. Thanks for coming by.
Wow!
I got so many goosebumps right now.
Really? Oh god, that's cool.
All right, so the first one we're going to look at, is one that is kind of a very confusing one to me, just because it's not what I expected. So I'm just going to grab her over here. So this one here off the hop, I originally thought she was just an OD yellow belly Batman. But with the few sheds that she has had here with us, she's really starting to pop with a lot of reds, rusty red color. And the head stamp is just a little bit different than what I'm expecting when it comes to an OD yellow belly Batman. But if you look up on her sides here, you can really see some rusty reds starting to show through. And that's been just showing up with each shed that she has had. Now we did, I think, show this girl off in one of our previous videos for one of our holdbacks. So she is one of our holdbacks, but just with, like I said, every shed, she's just getting a little bit more unique looking, popping out some really, really nice colors. And again, just that rusty red that I'm really starting to see come through is just giving her a really cool aspect to this combo. So again, being a holdback, we're gonna definitely grow up and see what else happens with her when we breed her. But this is the first one that I really wanted to show off. She's just a beautiful animal. Again, I love that head stamp too. It's just really, really goldy looking and orange. All right, so from this one here, we're gonna move on to the next one. And these next couple are very interesting. They have very heavy patterns to them, which with clowns sometimes you can get a reduced pattern or a very busy pattern. So these next few are actually really cool looking personally. So this one here, again, I'm not going to just jump to what I think they are because I'm still quite confused on it. But this one here, you can really see it's got some really intense back striping, almost looks like barbed wire, to be honest with you. Very, very nice, unique head stamp on her again, which we always see with that clown gene. But again, the rusty reds that are really starting to pop on this animal are really cool. I could just imagine this with a few other genes added to it to really help make that pop. But the one thing we're leaning into, and I've had people kind of ask me about it, is if we're dealing with red stripe. Which red stripe is fairly new to us here at Canadian Balls, so I'm not 100% sure on that. We will show a picture of the mother and father that produced this clutch here just to kind of give you guys an idea on those. But again, this one just very crazy back pattern, goes all the way from the back of the head right down to the tip of the tail. And then that blushing that's coming through there is just really, really nice. But again, it's not something I can confirm for sure, but we are leaning towards the red stripe gene. So we'll check out another one here and see what you guys think. All right, so this one is showing a lot of the very same aspect as the one we just looked at. Again, with that really, really long dorsal stripe going all the way down the animal. This one is a little bit more reduced on the side pattern, which I'm leaning towards maybe having orange dream and possibly yellow belly. But again, it's just showing those really cool rusty red colors coming through. Again, with every shed, it just keeps popping and coming out more and more. So it'll be nice to see these animals at 1,000, 1,200 grams. And then the other thing I'm really liking with this animal is just the reds and the flaming coming up the side. None of these girls want to sit still right now, but you can kind of see just towards the back end, it's showing a lot more of those rusty reds or the flaming, which could possibly be from the yellow belly. And on this side as well, more of those kind of teardrop looks coming through there. But again, this is just a really, really nice, clean animal with that really, really cool back pattern, and that rusty red's really showing through. Then the next one from here, it's going to be something a little bit darker than the first few that we checked out. So I'm going to grab her. And this girl actually just had a nice shed yesterday for us, so she's nice and shiny. But again, like I was saying, this one is a lot darker than the first few we checked out. I do believe this one to have leopard in there, so that would help with some of the dark aspect. But again, it's almost showing like a little bit of like a chocolate vibe to it compared to the other ones that are super bright and lots of blushing to them. This girl is showing a lot more blushing coming down her dorsal pattern there, the stripe going down her back there. But again, just compared to the first few, this one's showing a lot more dark contrast, so it'd be interesting to see what would be causing that. It could just be possibly a leopard clown, but from what I've seen in the leopard clowns, they're just a little bit different looking. And again, we're always dealing with that really, really cool head stamp on the clown combos. That's one thing I'll never get tired of seeing, is all the different head stamps that come out in these animals. All right, and from there, we're going to check out one of the other ones that kind of look very close to the first few. Actually, we'll get the two out this time. So I grabbed the last two from this clutch, and again, the first one here that we're looking at is very similar to the first couple that we looked at. Really, really intense dorsal pattern on the back. Lots of cool kind of teardrops and stuff coming up the side. So this one here, I'd be leaning more towards just almost maybe a regular clown. But again, I just can't be for sure because it is showing a bit of a different red color contrast and that rusty red coming down the spine. But again, it's just a very, very gorgeous animal. One thing that I've mentioned before is we have finally hit a lot of different clown combos this year. So it's been very cool to see the variety of stuff we're getting. But I'm not going to lie, it's actually very confusing as well, trying to figure out all these different genes here. So, but again, we are leaning towards the red stripe in these animals. So if you guys have any any input, that would be amazing. You can always let us know. And then from here, the last animal is one of my favorites. And again, this one is kind of showing us more of like a darker contrast than the other ones. Again, I am seeing leopard in this animal. The sides on this specific one are just really intense with lots of teardrops and everything like that. I'm guessing from yellow belly. And then again, the dorsal is really showing that kind of red, rusty look that we've seen in some of the other animals. But again, it's one of those things where when you're dealing with so many genetics in the clown gene combos, it's really hard to kind of just pinpoint what's standing out in them. So sometimes you just have to hold back a few and grow them up and kind of see what comes from them. One thing that's a benefit to us now in the ball pythons also is we can also shed test animals. So that might be something we can do with the parents, is get them shed test and kind of see what genes might be hiding in them. But again, just another beautiful animal here, busy side pattern, very intense dorsal stripe coming down the back. So again, just wanted to show you guys off this clutch because it's been pretty confusing for us here at Canadian Balls. Talking with some people, they're leaning towards the red stripe, so we're just going to have to put in a little bit more work and see what we can figure out. That's all for today's video, everybody. Thank you for stopping by, and we will see you again soon. Thank you. I don't feel like that ending was the best.